if you're a targeted individual, you might have noticed that your local heroes, that being law enforcement, ambulatory services, fire department, they're not so heroic all the time, are they? And it's pretty annoying, right? Because you're figuring, oh, well, you want to rely on them if you have a situation, but you know you can't because, you know, you're getting messed with all day. Well, it's good to, you know, draw attention to that situation that you're dealing with, which so many do, you know, with these YouTube videos, etc. Try to complain to people, whatever. I don't think that works very well, but let's look at why that's happening. So, Homeland Security likes to pass out these grants, and, you know, it's in combination or conjunction with other federal bureaucracy agendas, that being NSA, you know, CIA, FBI, blah, 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 DEA, etc. But primarily, the DHS, Homeland Security, comes to your municipality, county, or city, or whatever, and, you know, they say, hey, we're going to come with some money. We got some money. We're going to give you these grants. Everything's nice. And we just want you to, you know, just keep an eye on the neighborhood, right? Because we got the war on terror going, and, you know, we want to keep everyone nice and safe. And so it sounds great on paper, right? But what it ends up doing is, you know, they're saying, oh, we just want you, Mr. Firefighter, to work with the police to keep an eye on these persons of interest, because they might have an investigation going, but, you know, by due process, the police are restricted. They're not allowed to do this, because, you know, that would be paperwork, but you can do that. And so then what you end up with is cops looking at you weird, and then your firefighters are following you around on and off duty, and then there's these goon squads of local civilians that are recruited by some off-records auxiliary patrol group, Citizens on Patrol, or Neighborhood Watch that are working with the cops. And they're like, yeah, we're sure that this guy's a criminal, we just don't know what yet. Maybe he's messing around with his pets, or maybe he's, you know, maybe he sneaks around at night and steals people's lawn chairs, who knows? And so then, yeah, that's why you got firefighters messing with you. Code 3 violations, stalking, showing up at weird times, and just, you know, all sorts of passive-aggressive stuff like that. And it's not that all of them know who you are, it's just that they've been cherry-picked out of, you know, for, you know, the ones who have sociopathic tendencies. Yeah, those are the ones you're going to recruit, because no one who actually cares about the community is going to do it. It's more likely the young hotshot, the new guy who's got one too many jet skis sitting in his driveway, because, oh, by the way, they're also on some kind of auxiliary payroll, which is also a nice perk, isn't it? And the fire chiefs, police chiefs who go along with these programs get a nice little extra pension. So yeah, just like anything, you know, city council's always rationalizing that, oh, isn't this program great? It's money we get for free, we don't have to pay for it, even though it obviously comes from some sort of tax revenue. But yeah, it's not that, I mean, anytime you have a grant, it's not just money given to you, it's earmarked for specific directives, which means, yeah, it comes with strings attached. So, in this case, for, you know, looking out for the homegrown terrorists, when Homeland Security is giving these directives to your city hall, and, you know, baiting the hook with nice little juicy grant money, it looks so nice on paper, but it really ends up being turning your fire department into stalkers and vigilante squads. I mean, because obviously they have a lot of downtime, but I guess they don't want them using that for fire prevention. Same thing goes for your EMS, because they got a lot of downtime too. And it turns your police into military with these armored personnel carriers, and they'll just be like, oh, let's spray paint, you know, rescue on the side. You can spray paint ambulance on the side of a tank, and it doesn't make it any less of a tank, does it? We had a word for this in the past, pre 9/11. It was called special weapons and tactics. And now they're trying to just make all your regular police wear black uniforms and body armor and just walk around with MP5s and have armored vehicles all day, every day. And so this is really what's becoming of all these federal grants. And it's kind of like, well, man, if we're just having this cookie cutter, sort of copy and paste template to be used for all the cities and counties, then what's the point of even having a local government? And really, where all this comes from is international government. It all funnels up to United Nations, NATO, etc. So it's like not even it's the captured federal government that's distributing these programs, which are nothing more than martial law, brown shirt, freaking fascist takeover that's just dipped in, emotional appeal. And I always say, you're against it? Why do you hate children? Okay, it's so simple. And what the thing is, it's not that difficult to go to your city hall, which I recommend you do because, if you know about it, that's one thing. But don't act like you're doing something about it unless you're doing something about it. So go to your city hall and just kind of dig through, because they'll have these items that are coming up on their agenda that will be related to this stuff. And look at what the fire department's doing. Look at what ordinances they already have in place. Because I guarantee you, whatever municipality you're in, they already got somehow conquered by Homeland Security. And just be like, I've been looking at this, and I think that this program making the fire department snoop on persons of interest and working with the police, that might be setting yourself up for a lawsuit, city council. They might be following people around. Here's some articles. All you had to do was Google the words firefighter and vigilante, and you already got a few stories here. Well, just go after their money and their reputations. That's all you got to do. And they'll respond to that pretty positively, because it's not like the city council's in on it per se. It's more like they're useful idiots that took over and, sold on this program because they think that's, that's the cause celeb, and that's what they're supposed to do. They just want to go along to get along. And so, they signed these ordinances and took that juicy grant money and got it into their treasury, not knowing that that's just a baited hook for martial law, or an incremental martial law, more like. Because I think ultimately your local fire department and police departments they don't really want to harass the people that are paying for their equipment and stuff, but they are told by, feds that they're helping Jack Bauer capture the bad guys, and they're getting paid extra to play 007 all day. Useful idiots, like I said. No doubt. All I'm saying is, look at this bigger picture. They're trying to get you to go crazy and start shooting up some firefighters, and guess what? That's going to be called an act of domestic terrorism, and that's going to justify, in their minds, all these federal grants that are being dished out, and all this, snoop squads, and all these snitches, and all the, what is essentially gangstalking. It's actually going to help the evil rather than hurt it. If you want to do something that's truly effective and helps targets and just, helps get our society back in order, you got to go to your local city council where you're going to have the most efficient effect. That's all I got to say. Live long and prosper.